Listen, but it's going to be a special day because I'm preparing an educational video. That sounds kind of boring. A learn how video. This one's going to be on how I feed 30 chickens on $1.25, guys. All right, let's check the fridge for any old, weird stuff. Good morning, dear. Thing 1 and thing 2 are terribly excited. Apparently we've got some deer out on the porch. You want to go not out on the porch, outside. You want to go see them?
What are you seeing, Jonah?
Mama, I see white-tailed deer. They're like, they pretend they're reindeer. White-tailed deer, they pretend they're reindeer.
No, they don't pretend they're reindeer. They know they're different. Are you guys gonna go out there?
Yeah, but I mean...
Well, hey, little boots. You got one boot on, one boot off. It isn't even your boot. Today is farm day. That means we work around the farm for most of the day. Listen, but it's going to be a special day because I'm preparing an educational video. That sounds kind of boring. A learn how video. This one's going to be on how I feed 30 chickens on $1.25, guys. So I'm going around, we're gonna go around together and get scraps, and I'm gonna leave this video, of course, and you can see the full learning video I'll leave it in the description of the YouTube, so check that out. But look, let's get some stuff together. So one of the things is food scraps. So I'm setting up this for a prop. These are some of our food scraps from yesterday, but I'm gonna see if we got some more. I know look, I opened up a banana for Lily. We get tons of bananas from Pawpaw. Oh, so we'll add it in here. We'll add that into the mix. What else we got over here? Okay, we got a bruised apple. All right, let's check the fridge for any old, weird stuff, okay? It's usually, all the old stuff is usually hiding in the back. This might be some old cream. Yeah, I would say that's old, guys, right? December. All right, that's about it from the fridge. I don't think there's anything more. A squash from our garden that's just been stored out in our unfinished loft. And that can be cooked over the winter and stuff like that. Hey, what? You want to be a part of this? Oh, you think we're about to go? Well, we are. We're about to go outside. And guys, look at our farm fridge. Look at all this milk. Would you say I have a little extra? So look, guys, we're thinking about building a greenhouse that's mobile, but not using PVC because it's like one of the worst plastics in the world. We just really figured out. And it off gases and can burn your plastic and all kinds of terrible stuff. But here's one made out of a cattle panel, metal cattle panel with an A-frame support, which is amazing. I like this guy. We got to save this guy. We're going to share this with you guys. The greenhouse made from 2x4s and cattle panel. So we're going to do that on a bigger scale for the chickens. For their possible winter housing, but also for starting plants early now that we're coming into early spring. Uh-oh, guys, I'm in my feed room, got my whole grain bags. Uh-oh, look, this is another bag. It's already gotten into this one over here. My gosh, look, we set that bucket trap, but unfortunately, this has been freezing, so it's too cold for that. So, guys, I have some good old-fashioned mouse traps. Guys, the worm bin, look at that. In my basement. Picking that up. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and harvest some worms so I have them ready so I'm not digging around in the learning video. This is the newer manure, so they may or may not have migrated over here yet. Doesn't look like they have, so they're probably still in the old stuff. So we're just gonna dig around for some in there. I see all kinds of baby worms on top. We'll just dig around and see if we can get some big guys in the bottom. Oh yeah. They're a little slower in the winter. Look at that rich stuff. All kinds of baby worms in that. Where are you big guys? There, I got some. And I can throw worms and dirt and all because they're just over a garden bed, so they'll eat the worms. And this amazing vermicomposting will stay in place, fertilize the garden. Guys, after I was in there, I harvested those worms. I got to thinking, my article originally was like the 10 things you can do right now for creative feed, something like that. But it evolved. After last night, I calculated my current feed cost. I realized I was feeding 30 chickens on $1.25, okay? And it's taking me less than 15 minutes a day to do. So I think that's gonna be a better story. I'm gonna forget the top 10 list, and go more towards, this is what I do daily. So right now I'm not doing worms because I've got milk and meat, so we won't tell that story. Right now I'm not doing weeds because I've got plenty of food scraps. Since I'm creating a learning video to promote Marjorie Wildcraft Summit, my talk in that summit, my 40-minute workshop where I go into more detail into all these different feeds, more than even what I'm showing. This is more of a teaser. So I think that'll be good, that I just show my routine. It's catchy, it's a story, it's quick and easy, and it's $1.25, man. So guys, I'm back in the house. I'm about to ready to film this learning video. So if you guys want to see that, I'll leave it in the notes for sure. Permaculture Chicken Ninja Master, don't forget it. Hey, how's the rooster doing? How's the new guy doing? Goose, you picking on him? You guys alienating the new guy? I kind of like him. He kind of came over when he got the food. Why are you guys picking on him, man? Let him in. He's your new baby's daddy. Guys, just got back from feeding those chickens. That was awesome. It's gonna be a good piece. Beautiful one's working on it. Check it out.
Check it.
Beautiful one's editing it. Oh yeah. I was when the chicken down this huge bunch of meat, guys. You know, a lot of my people just want to know where to start. Well, I'll tell you where to start. As hard as it's gonna be to hear this, you gotta start with a plan. And not just plan once a year, that's good, plan for the year perhaps, but how about once a week and then a little bit every day? Taking a deep breath, really seeing what's important, and then really get focused. So when we're running around, we're overwhelmed, we make a list and we write it out, guys. Okay guys, Papa is out there mowing the grass. That was where the cows had been. It's gonna be good that he's gonna go out in after them, because he'll get down the briars and things like that, things they wouldn't eat, and the grass will have a really strong chance coming back, and it'll dominate that stuff, and we'll have less and less of that stuff next go around. Right, Mr. Brown? Okay, this is the $90 greenhouse. Do you see what happened to it? Yeah, I paid $90 for it, so I didn't expect too much. Boys hung on it, and man, it collapsed. But it does have a really nice canvas top, like a greenhouse material top, that I want to see if we can use cattle panels for, okay? So build a stronger frame, and but still use the top. So I gotta measure this, okay guys? Here I'm at the pond, guys, working on the next project. We wanna run a line of water to be a continuous flow to keep that water clean and unfrozen to the chickens. So we need to run a line all the way from this pond, all the way down then to the chickens, okay guys? So I got my rolling measuring. This is great, whatever that's called. It's great for measuring long distance. I'm gonna reset it and walk my line and see how much plastic piping we need to get the water down to the chickens. Reset it to 0. Let's do this. Hello, chickens. About to get you some fresh flowing water. Working on it. Cause you ducks, you backwash and make the water all nasty. My buddy came out on Friday, Matt, and we threw down the compost, spread it out. This is just where the chickens were, guys, if you haven't been tuning into the vlogs lately. This is where the chickens were. We had a huge pile of wood chips here to spread over as mulch. Look at that, guys. It's looking pretty good, right? So yeah, we went to the chickens, but we got to keep going because we want to run that water back to the creek where it wants to go anyway, where it is headed anyway. 597. So let's say 600. Next thing I'm gonna do, guys, is test my indoor grow lights and the system I have for it to make sure everything's in order. Like, see, look, this hanging hook is bent, so I'm gonna make sure I can unbend that without breaking. Yep. And just see if everything's intact. Okay, testing the first one. Yay! What do you think, Mr. Brown? Looking pretty cool. Light number 2. Up. Failure. So let's switch out the bulbs from this one to this one and see if it's just the bulbs or if it's the lamp. Okay, I switched the bulbs over. Let's see if that's it. Well, yeah, that was the problem. So guys, all 4 of them grow lights ended up working. Ended up being a weird outlet that kept tripping real easy on some of those. So I ended up with another outlet. They all 4 work. All light bulbs, all units, everything. What do you think, guys? You got another day or 2 in this paddock? You're still getting plenty. Just like you can tell a chicken, you can feel around in its crop in the evening. You think that's funny, buddy? You can feel a chicken's crop right about here. You can look at the left side of the cow, the left flank, to see if they've gotten enough for the day. And when they're swelled up like a hot air balloon, you're doing good. Right, Gideon? You see them? You see them? Look, guys, they went right under. Yeah, man, look at that flank. See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? Fat E. Look at that belly. Hey, good looking.
Hey, hon.
What you got cooking?
The last tortilla.
What? My favorite. Chicken tortillas. You think they were regular flour tortillas are so good, right?
So good.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Man, you're shoving it in, man.